Mikey, Pacquiao, Vargas, what do you think of that fight? And a lot of people thought it would be Crawford, and it ended up being Vargas.
You know what? I actually I think it's a good fight. I think it's a good fight because Manny's not in his best anymore, which makes it a little more interesting and a little even. You know, and Jessie has done very well in his last couple fights. He's let his hands go more than earlier, and that has helped him a lot. I mean, he let that right hand go against Ali, and you know, got him that second world title. He let his hands go when he fought Bradley in the last few rounds, and he was able to hurt him and had him out.
Yep.
So he's on a good run. He's got good confidence. So that makes it a little more interesting, a little even stings out a little more. So I think it's actually a good fight. Like I said, Manny's not at his best anymore, so I like the fight. I like it.
Are you surprised that HBO passed on it completely? I mean, their Top Rank has to pretty much put this thing on their own now.
Look, HBO is also a big business, right? They're not in the business to lose money. They're in the business to make money. And seeing that Manny versus Bradley sold how much? Like 350 or something?
Something like that, huh? It was low.
It was low compared to what they were making in the day. For a younger guy, if you're making 350, that's great. But for Manny, that's low numbers. So they put out an expense. The card puts out an expense. Let's say they expect, Manny's numbers to drop even more against Vargas. But it's gonna cost them, $5-6 million to put the show together. And then pay Manny his guarantee, and you're talking about $10-12 million or some expense that they may not recover if the fight doesn't sell. So they don't want to take that risk. They'd rather not take that risk, because it's a risk. It's not a guaranteed thing. So they decided rather, let's just walk away. Let's step aside. Now Bob needs to figure out a way to put it together, which he will. They do pay-per-view, independent pay-per-views all the time.
Yeah.
So they could do the same thing. Put a pay-per-view show. They could save money, avoid expenses. They're not gonna have the big world tour press conference. They may have one press conference.
That's what you're smart, because that's exactly what they're doing.
Instead of a world tour or nation tour through New York and Texas and New York or California, one press conference, save money there. No 24/7, no none of that, because that's expensive. Hiring a crew, you don't own the cameras, you gotta rent them out. That's expensive fucking equipment and the crew and flying everybody out. It's expensive. So Top Rank will save money that way. They'll pay, they'll get a cheaper undercard. They won't have big purses to pay out. Vargas and Manny will be their attraction. The undercard may not be very expensive, So if they're selling $200,000 to $300,000, maybe $60 pay-per-view, $60. What's that? 6 times 2? That's 12. That's $12 million. That might be enough to cover the show, at least to break even. Maybe make money. They'll make money.
All right, well, I'll let you get ready, Mike. We'll talk after.